What is up, everybody? Good evening, good morning. You might be watching this on the replay. I'm so glad you came by or you're hanging out with us this evening. I have my co-host here, India from MVP Lawn Care. We're just kicking it with you guys, drinking some coffee. Well, I'm drinking some tea. What are you drinking, India?
At the moment, nothing.
Nothing. Yeah, just a nice little kickback of some chai here for me.
Grab your hot chocolate because that's what it's gonna be.
Yeah, I love some hot chocolate. I like the dark hot chocolate. It's the best. Let's see. CR says she's got. Let's go ahead and throw you over here. There we go. CR says she got my coffee with a splash of some ready for the love. There you go. There you go. I hear you.
No coffee.
Oh, come on, Dan. Danny. We don't have to talk about the Cowboys. The Cowboys didn't play today. We know where that situation is. We can talk about that Tampa Bay game, though. We can talk about that.
Who's your team, Dan? Who's your team?
Danny, who's your team? Lake House Lawn Care. Hey, what's up? Thank you for stopping by, checking us out. Appreciate you. Vito's in the house.
Hey,
What's up, Vito? Glad to see you. All right, so this was supposed to be an LOL episode, but unfortunately, my guest, life happens, and I'm gonna have to reschedule her. But you will meet her eventually. So India and I just decided to come on here and just kind of talk about our lawn, just kind of chat about lawn, because I haven't really talked that much about it this year, honestly. Been busy with a whole lot of different things. But yeah, so we want to talk to you guys and chat a little bit about that. Danny, what is this? Like, is that coffee? Okay, brother. Okay, I got you.
Oh man.
So, Dolphins. What did the Dolphins do this year? What did the Dolphins do this year?
Go to sleep.
So you guys know, this movement of women in lawn care, it's very important to me. I've met so many people along the way, a whole bunch of new people that I'll be introducing you to. And I appreciate every single one of you for supporting and showing up and being here with each episode and supporting the ladies that come on. Now, I do have a business, but my business is not what they do. They go out, they have lawn care service businesses, and mine is like consulting service. But I mean, these ladies are out there getting it. Like, I'm so impressed by some of the stuff that I've learned so far, and hopefully you are as well. So with this series, this was actually only gonna be a one-time series thing, but I've met so many people that I want to introduce you to that I'm gonna just have seasons. So season 2 will be happening probably around November of this year, because it's an off-season thing. The last episode of the current season will be February 6th. So and then we have something really special for you in March. So India, don't let me do all the talking. Let's talk about what's going on with you. What has been going on with you?
Right now it's pretty slow. Again, the winter time is my break time, but here in about 3 or 4 weeks, I'll be back at it again with my higher bricks.
That's right.
I'm super stoked about higher bricks.
Yes.
Stoked. Went a little overboard. I saw a really good deal on it. So, 65 bags later, I'm in there. So
you absolutely are going to be sharing your progress with us, right? You still don't have a YouTube channel, so I'm going to say you're going to be sharing your progress on Instagram with us.
Yeah, I'll share it. I have a couple plans. So
Right.
Higher bricks is going to be it.
Okay. Nice. And that's what I'm rocking with all season. Higher bricks and Simple Lawn Solutions all season. And I'm gonna have plenty of footage for you guys, content, and showing you some from start to finish how these things turn out.
You got a whole season, so we We're gonna hold you accountable to that too.
I bet you will. So Lake House Lawn Care, who has the best grass in pro sports, in your opinion?
When you say who has the best grass, like you mean like a team or like NFL college?
So I'm gonna say I can't answer that because I don't have that eye to be able to tell, is the turf all real or is some of it artificial turf? So
It's both.
How about you tell us your Lake House Lawn Care? Tell us who you think has the best, and we'll keep an eye out for that. And so
when you get to college and, in my opinion, when you get to like college and pro sports,
yeah,
for the most part, like 99% of the time, it always looks good, real or fake, or real or artificial turf.
yeah,
So it's like
yeah.
it always looks good. So that's it's hard
Yeah.
to choose when you don't really see a transition from brown to green. It's always green. It's always perfect. And it's a lot of work that goes into that. So everybody gets their props.
All right. Well, he's
Hey,
saying
Ma.
Chicago White Sox. You know what? I don't even watch baseball.
You know what? You know what? Let me add to that. Baseball, their fields they're immaculate. Immaculate. They always have diamonds or stripes, or it's like every single time. So I stand corrected. I stuck with football, but I forgot about baseball. Baseball might have them beat. They all look good, but baseball put a little more effort into it with the stripes and stuff. So
Okay. So I didn't see the Tennessee Titans game. So he said they had some nice grass yesterday. Okay. I see. India, I think it's your mom.
yeah, Miss Love. Hey, Mama.
Hey, Miss Lewis. What's up, Dad? Thanks for coming by, checking me out. Transylvania Turf. Hey, what's up? Good evening. Thank you for being here and hanging out with us. So India mentioned that she's going to be using higher bricks. The current state of my yard, I wanted to talk about that, and I wanted India. I don't know. That's something we've not talked about. Like, what is your yard looking like right now? Because mine, right now, the snow just melted, and I was blown away. I took a picture and posted it today. I was blown away that I still see green. Like, it is amazing.
I have some green. I have a little bit of brown, but it's still relatively green. But it's still very, very, very wet and still has some snow on it.
Okay.
So especially the back, the front, not so much, but the back looks like it just hasn't gotten any sunshine. So
Okay.
it's
Yeah,
still
and
covered.
see, that's the thing. So last year, it did not retain the color the way that it has. And I do 100% attribute this color, the slow release of higher bricks. I went down with higher bricks for my winterizer. I always have to do that because it's a winterizer. I went down at 3/4 pound the beginning of November. So it's just, I can't wait to see what it looks like in the spring when the temperatures start rising. It's going to be like, nice.
It's gonna be
Nice.
that green, that money green.
That's right. Hey, Mom. How y'all doing? Hope your mouth is feeling better.
Late, what was it? Yeah, golf. So the golf, I forgot about all sports, and I was just thinking about football. Golf has a nice feel, but it's just a little different. It's Bermuda compared to other things.
Is it always, I don't know anything about it. Is it usually Bermuda on the golf course? Okay.
It's high. But it's like perfect, no stripes, no wheel marks, no nothing.
Okay.
This is different. Different strokes for different folks. I still think I'm gonna stick with baseball.
Okay. Hey, my babies. See, you guys are watching. You're still up. What time is it? It's past your
Yeah.
bedtime. Go to bed.
Yes, and it's still green after the snow. Where I am, I mean, North Carolina in the transition zone, you bound to get, all 4 seasons in the day in North
Yeah.
Carolina.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, this
it
weather
ain't,
has
it ain't
been
been cold too long.
this weather has been insane. So, man. All right. Let's see if we have any more. We don't have more questions in the chat.
I'm glad your lawn recovered, Grace.
Yeah. I mean, I remember Grace did quite a bit to her lawn this year.
I hope you keep us posted.
Oh yeah, absolutely, Grace. You don't post a lot of pictures. We'd love to see your lawn on Instagram, see what you're working with. And I am gonna plug you guys. Like, you see my buy me a coffee. I just, whatever you can do to help support the channel, keep things going. I appreciate you. I'm not gonna badger you. Just wanted to point that out. All right, 𝒂𝐿𝐴𝐻𝐿𝑎wn says, which battery power mower do you prefer, Toro or ego? I do
Ooh.
have both. Now, this is what I'm going to tell you. So they're not the comparable model. The ego apparently is one model above the Toro model that I have. What I noticed with it is the ego mower that I have has 2 blades. The Toro has 1. Now, I've only used the Toro 3 times, but I'm telling you, it mulched that grass like better than the 2-blade ego did. And that is no joke. I was surprised. I was like, oh, and because you're expecting, you have 2 blades, right? So you would think that it mulches a little bit better, but the Toro did great. Now, what I don't like about the model Toro that I have, because I'm a short person, the bars, the handlebars, they're not adjustable. And with the ego, I can have the mower at a nice, comfortable place for me to push it. So, I'm keeping them both. I need that extra mower just in case, because my ego actually gave me a scare last year and wouldn't start. But it was my fault. I had over tightened the blades when I put them back on. So,
Do you have one? Who has that? 𝒂𝐿𝐴𝐻𝐿awn, do you have a battery mower? I don't have any. I've never used a battery mower.
I've seen 𝒂𝐿𝐴𝐻𝐿awn's videos. I feel like, I don't know. Do you? I feel like you have gas. You have a gas Toro, maybe. No, because you made like a DIY stripe kit too. I saw that video. He just said, I just got the battery powered Toro recycler and can't wait to use it. Yeah. And Toro actually has a super recycler coming out in March. We saw it at GIE. You saw it, right, India, when we were there at GIE?
Yep.
That black one?
Yep.
That thing looks sweet. It looks sweet. So I tell you, you said you got the super recycler, and I think that, so the model that I have, the one thing I don't like about it, it doesn't have that lever that you can automatically switch between the mulching. Mine doesn't have that, but I really wanted to have that. So
Hey, you get it.
okay, with the Green Master, I've heard of the Time Master. Is the Green Master one above the Time Master? It's commercial. Which one do you have? I know yours is India, yours is gas. Which one do you have?
Turf Master.
Turf Master. Okay.
Yeah.
So many masters with Toro.
Because they're the masters.
Dan the Lawn Man says he may be getting a battery one this year. Thinking about going with the Toro new one. Yep.
For personal use or your business?
What's that?
Asked him for his personal use or his business.
Oh yeah. I don't think you'd be disappointed at all. The real mower for golf courses.
Oh, the green.
Okay. All right, nice. See, that's what I like. You guys are teaching me stuff, and that's why I like to have these little conversations. I learn a lot. Now, whether I remember it or not, that's a whole different story. So.
That's what the replay is for.
You're right. So Dan says his is going to be for personal use at home. Okay.
That'll
All
be
right.
fun.
Very cool. All right. So guys, I want to go ahead and I think it's be really cool to kind of talk about some of the industry news, basically. So we're gonna get into another little segment here and kind of chat a little bit about these things. So hold tight for the news. Oh, I lost India here. Where is India? There she is. I lost you there for a second. All right, there you are. All right, so the first thing I wanted to talk about was Mission GCI. I'm sure most of you know Pete Denny. I wholeheartedly support that mission that he has, and I hope that it ends up somewhere close to me because it would be awesome to participate and to go out and kind of help him with that. So if you don't already, maybe go ahead out and follow and support the mission. And there is a YouTube channel for it. Just search Mission GCI and it will come up. So that's a really good cause. So try to support him on that.
I hope I get to participate too.
Yeah.
I think it's a heck of a mission.
That's right.
If I can just give back. If he's local, well, he is local, but if he's around here, or if I can, I'd love to participate. Pete, if you need some help, let us know.
That's right. I'm here for it. I am here for it. All right. Let's see. So the other thing, we're going to talk about the Toro, a few little tidbits here. A lot of you all have businesses and things. And I wasn't familiar with the Intimidator group. Apparently they're the group that owns or manufactures Spartan mowers, which are zero-turn mowers. I've never been on one, never owned one, probably never have a need to, but I thought that was interesting. So if you have a Spartan mower or was considering getting one, that's good information to know that they're now going to be owned by Toro. Is Spartan something you've heard of? I know you have a Right, correct? Right, yes. Mower?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I've heard of it, but I don't know much about it. I haven't seen a lot of people in my area using it either. So
okay. All right, now you'll know if it comes out now, you know, hey, that's Toro. But the other thing, kind of going along with the LOL, ladies in lawn care theme, I did not know that Site 1, this year was 2021 was actually 25th anniversary of this Women in the Green industry. I keep doing that. I got a new mouse, guys, and it's like, it's not cooperating with me. Let me stop touching it. So Women in the Green industry. Site 1 has been doing this for 25 years, apparently, and I'd never heard of it. The one for this year actually ended up being a one-day virtual session because of COVID, but it was gonna be a 3 or 4 day event. So that's something I'll be looking out for this year to see when they're gonna have that again. Is that something you'd heard of at all, India?
Mm-mm.
Do you use Site 1?
Not really. I mean, I've been to them a couple times for like small things and my permagreen. And then maybe a couple other small things, but they're not really close to me. Okay. So I don't really use them that much.
I actually have one that's probably about 20 minutes from me. And I've been in there a couple times. I shouldn't go in there though, because I always find something. I may not necessarily need anything, but I always find something. So
that's what happens when you walk in the store. You go grocery shopping when you're hungry. Same thing.
Yeah. And so another thing I wanted to talk about is, and you all may have heard of this organization, NALP, which is the National Association of Landscape Professionals. And they have another part of them is the Women in Landscape Network. they are huge. And something that I found out about them, I didn't realize that they were the other part. There are two parts of who was sponsoring GIE. And 𝗟𝑃 was one part of that, but they're going to actually break off and do their own thing. And they're going to have a conference that is now rebranded as Elevate is what it's called. So it'll be another conference similar to the GIE, but it will be in Orlando, which is awesome. I mean, the fact that it moves around, I think is good. Like Kentucky was cool, but it's just nice to go to, a few, different places, right?
Now,
And so,
is that just one? Because I saw a couple different days, but is that kind of like the big one, so to speak?
from what I understand, and I did, I think I threw the website out there. It's because I know a lot of people like to get tickets and things early. So 𝗟𝑃_elevate.org is where you want to go to search and see all of the information. But I believe that the one in Orlando, September 18th through the 21st, is the big conference.
Okay.
And then each year they're going to move. So for the next few years, they're doing Texas, North Carolina, and Arizona. So they'll be
Get your
moving
freaking
all
flyer
around.
miles on.
North Carolina.
Come on. I think they're
Yes,
coming to
yes.
Charlotte. I think that's what it is.
Uh,
I look forward to that. I had no idea that. First of all, I thought GIE was just one thing. I didn't know it was, two different sponsors for that event. So
yeah,
I'm kind of excited about it. I had no idea.
yeah, yeah. So, I mean, there's so much out there that we don't know about, and I'm constantly out there like searching for this stuff. Another thing that 𝗟𝑃 is actually starting this year, which I've already signed up for. It's free. It's called Voices for a Healthy Grass or Green Spaces. So basically, you'll get updates on relevant industry news, and I like to stay up to date. Understand what's going on. Stuff like with the fertilizer going up and all that kind of stuff, and why. But yeah, you can go out to that website and just sign up for free to get updates in your mailbox for that. So let's see. Oh, I'm looking at some of the comments. We lost a few things here.
Yeah.
So Danny was saying that the Spartan mowers are custom made and very expensive. That's probably why I've never heard of them.
I didn't even know they, made like
Yeah.
a custom made mower. Never even heard of it. I mean, I know you can do like tweaks and things here and there, but custom made it's like a custom made motorcycle.
Yeah.
That's what I think about.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to look into it. I'm not getting one custom made, but I think it'd be pretty cool to know.
Yeah.
Transylvania.
Turf. I see your comment, and that's awesome. I'm gonna throw it up here in a minute. As soon as we get back to just me and India, I'll throw that up there because I think I like that a lot. What you're saying down there.
I'd like to know more about it.
Yeah.
When
So
you get a chance.
we're on to the education piece. I know a lot of us are always searching for that knowledge, and I found this to be like gold right here. Penn State actually offers green industry professional development courses. I mean, they have a turf grass installation and maintenance that I think I'm gonna take. No, they're not free. They're not free. This one, the turf installation and maintenance, is $79, but I mean, it's $79. I just bought a book for $40, but that book is normally like over $100. Like, and you get a Penn State, you can get this course. Weed management, pest and disease management, which I think that was the most expensive one. I think that was like $179. And then, we're always trying to understand how to fight the weeds, how to identify certain plants without using an app, So if you're interested in that, I would check it out. Check it out.
All right, Penn State.
And the internet buzz. This has been making its rounds on Instagram. They lost today, Sorry you lost, but it is
It
what
was a
it
heck
is,
of a game, though. It was a heck of a game.
right? But I think it's really cool, and a lot of people obviously thought it was really cool that Gronk made this statement about our profession, lawn care, and how he admires, it and, what we do. I think that's super cool. So
That's gonna be his next venture when he retires.
yeah, probably that is
𝗂𝐽𝒃 Lawn Care.
that is what we're thinking. All right, we're gonna get back to me and India here, and I want to go back through and see some of these comments. Let's go ahead and put this one up here, and we're gonna
Sound like 𝒂𝒂𝒏𝒊𝒅𝒄𝒂𝒏 gonna get a custom made mower. When you get that mower, 𝒂𝒂𝒏𝒊𝒅𝒄𝒂𝒏, please post it. I want to see it.
All right, Transylvania Turf. We do Woodbury Wednesday, our hometown. We mow for anyone that needs service with a simple phone call. No explanation needed, no charge. Wow. Nice. I like that. I like that.
Blessing.
One of my goals for GirLzLawn is, once my business grows a little bit, I really want to go out into the community, maybe some of these group homes and things like that, and pull these girls out and teach them, about lawn, obviously no charge, and just that's my ultimate goal, because I love showing it, I love helping, and I love giving people an opportunity. So these types of things like this are great. I think there's a service out there called Raising Men in Lawn Care, and then there's a Raising Girls in Lawn Care, something like that as well, that are doing similar things, where they have these young kids going out mowing these lawns for, disabled or people who can't do it themselves. So I think that is wonderful. That is great.
Now I've heard of Raising Men, because I think he travels. I think he travels the country.
Yes.
And do that. I didn't know they had a girls.
They're on Instagram. I follow them on Instagram too. So yeah.
It's pretty cool.
That is pretty awesome.
I like that.
Hello, Next Level. What's up? Thank you for stopping by and checking us out. I hope some of the information was useful to you, especially that, for all of us. I'm really still excited about the education piece for Penn State. I think that was an awesome find. So yeah.
We all learning from each other. Learning how to get a custom made mower.
Right. Rare Care is going to show us how to get a custom made mower here. Yep. And she is one of the newest people that I found on Instagram doing her thing. She's going to be blowing up in the spring. I can't wait to see, all the pictures that you post about your services and everything. That's going to be cool. Very cool to watch.
Todd's Real Lawn. Hey, Todd.
Real Lawn. Let's see what you're talking about here. Hey, Todd. Thanks for coming in. Lawn lovers, you got it, man.
Ain't it like 0 degrees out there?
Buffalo. Oh, what's the score? What's happening with the game right now?
What's the score? Let's see.
We could talk fast or something. Yes, that's right, man. We're here talking. Hopefully you caught, a bunch of it, but if not, go back on the replay. Again, there's some good educational opportunities out there for us if you're looking for them. Yeah, go Bills. I'm not even gonna lie. I like Mahomes, but I am pulling for the Bills, because I saw that what happened last year, and they showed the dude on the field just kind of looking at the Chiefs celebrate. I felt so bad for him. I was like, go Bills. So
who is this? Todd, what's the score? Because I can't see it right now.
Yeah, tell us what the score is. Danny is saying Plant ID is free now. Days on simple apps on your phone. Yes, it absolutely is. It doesn't always get things right. And it's great for the average homeowner who's like, I'm trying to figure out what this is. Yeah, pull out that Plant ID app, and usually I can't even really give you a percentage. Sometimes it tells you stuff, and you're still not going to know what it's talking about. Because it gives you these like scientific names, right? You're like, I still don't know what that is. So yeah, but it is a resource, so use that as well.
It's 14-17 Kansas City.
Oh, that's nothing. That's nothing that comes.
It's third quarter though.
That's all right.
So it's plenty of time.
Yeah, plenty of time. Gronk was my best friend's neighbor growing up here in Buffalo. There's no telling how many of these people that we see on TV on a daily basis that we've actually been like so close to, like inches next to, and never even knew it. You know what I mean? So that's cool. That is cool.
Let's see.
All right.
Grant was my best friend's neighbor growing up. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. So been cool. God, must have been a cool one. Yep. Yep.
What's the biggest challenge? 𝗏𝗂𝐽 said, "What's the biggest challenge you have in your own lawn?" For me, um, mm, maybe a little bit of POA. Nothing too serious. POA, when I first renovated my lawn a few years ago, it was pretty bad. Like I had to kill a couple spots in the spring and redo it. But it's ever since then it's just been little spots here and there. I could just pick it with my hands. But yeah, POA is probably my biggest one. My neighbor has it pretty decently right there at the border. So that's going to be a fighting battle. But other than POA, it's nothing much. I get it on the edge of my backyard. It's always at the edge, but people run over that spot all the time. All the time. So it don't matter how many times I've put fresh dirt down, I have tilled it, I have just seeded it like crazy, and it still just pop up with POA. So I'm gonna put some rocks down there this spring and call it a day because I'm tired of fighting with it.
Yeah. I'm with you on the POA. So yours is your POA annua or trivialis?
Annual.
Yeah.
I've had a spot or two at trib, but it's annual was the biggest problem.
Yeah. Mine is 100% triv, and I'm done fighting it. So I don't know. I'm just gonna see what it does this year because I've tried a bunch of different things and I'm just kind of tired of it. But besides that, I found out towards the end of last year, in August, the late part of August, that something else is happening in the front part of my lawn. It's not the nutrients. Something's off. I know my magnesium is super high as well as my calcium. So my plan is to put straight ammonium sulfate, although maybe not straight because Hybrix actually has ammonium sulfate in it. So I'm going to try with that first and see if I get a response. But if not, I'm going to have to put like straight ammonium sulfate down, some citric acid to kind of help with, disperse of that magnesium and calcium that I'm fighting. But I'm going to get some help from the Grass Factor. Hopefully I'm going to be on there Thursday and we're going to kind of break up and go through my soil test and see what my plan is going to be. So we'll see. We will see. Let's see. Transylvania Turf says that Spartan does not make custom mowers. They're very expensive. They're very inexpensive. Oh, Spartan. That's something different, right? Or is that the same mower? Hold on. You're confusing me. They're very inexpensive. Not a pro machine yet. They do look impressive. Toro bought them for that reason. Oh, okay. I got you. All right. Well, we got some contradicting information here, so we'll figure out which one. Spartan's expensive. Are they? If Toro purchased them, then I'm sure we're going to hear a lot about them this year. Give me a few years. I'm not going to go nowhere. Okay, there you go. I think this might be her first or second season doing lawn. I might be wrong about that, but we'll see.
Who?
Rare Care.
Record?
Yeah.
She in there.
Yeah.
Just hang in there.
And I agree with you, Next Level Lawn Care. We can never stop learning. I mean, the thing is, this community is pretty tough and there's so much to learn about lawn care, soil, just there's so much. So, and you'll run into anyone that you run into, they will tell you, right? Oh, this season was great, but then I ran into these problems. The next season, it's changing. It changes every year. It's never going to be the same thing, each season, and that's just something you have to be ready for. But that's what makes it so much fun too. The learning aspect of, what you got going on in your lawn, right?
Right. Well, and it's always, things are always changing from products. Things are getting better, new products coming out. So it's never set in stone. You know, you never just put the ball through the hoop.
Right.
Sometimes you got to go right. Sometimes you got to hit it with the crossover behind the bat, spin move, dunk. So you got to roll with it. Let's see. 17.
All right. We got stuff rolling in here. You guys are chatting away. That's good. I love it. I love it. All right, so we're still talking about the Spartan mowers here. Let's see. Hopefully we can see that. Danny's saying that they are custom to a point, not fully custom. They give you options to add additional, unlike other companies. Okay, they just give you a step above, so not custom, like you can paint it, just different. Okay, just different a little bit. Okay, we're learning about Spartan mowers right now, Toro. So you know.
Thank you, Todd.
Vito's saying he's not had any luck with the plant identification apps. Yeah, it's been hit or miss for me. So
sometimes, like your maybe like a Site One or a Green Resource, or I don't know what other people have. Wherever you're on, like some of your distributors for like fertilizer and stuff like that. Sometimes they'll have like a sheet of a plant identifier, and it has like a gazillion weeds on there, so you can take it with you, you know, keep it in your truck, or you know, whatever the case may be. So you actually have a reference in front of you.
Yeah.
So that may be an option if you don't want to carry your phone around all the time, or you know, just something to have on hand.
Yeah.
To open up and look at.
Or if the app is off and it doesn't help you. I've heard about those sheets, but I've never seen one. I'd like to have one myself to put up in the garage. So I have it's the Northeast Weed or Plant Identification book. I have that coming, as well as the turf management book I have coming. So lots of reading from
me. You got a whole book.
Yeah, I got a book. I got a book. Yep.
The Boys 44, 444. We hanging out talking about lawns and mowers.
Yes, anything lawn related. Because I mean, we're all chomping at the bit to get back out there, right? So hey,
it's just about time.
Yep.
About 30, probably less than 30 days. Well, for my area anyway.
Yeah.
About 3-4 weeks, and it's time to play.
Mm-hmm. And Todd says, you know, you guys are awesome for doing this. Look forward to listening to more from you guys and happy mowing. I appreciate you, Todd. I appreciate you coming in and talking with us and hanging out with us a little bit. You know, I like to connect with the community. So this is fun for me. And it's always a good time chatting here with India. You know, we talk daily, pretty much chat daily. And so this is cool. It's cool to bring you guys in on this as well.
And we also learn from y'all. I mean, I know y'all listening to us talk, but y'all bring up things and mention products or resources that I've never heard of myself. So it's pretty cool to, you know, get that feedback from you all and learn something.
Absolutely. So Rare Care is asking soil test maybe. I think that if that's in response to what I said about my yard. I actually did get a soil test, and that's why I know that the magnesium and the calcium are through the roof. So hopefully you guys will tune in to the Grass Factor on Thursday, because we're going to be breaking down my soil test and talking about that a little bit more in case anybody else is experiencing the same thing that I'm running into right now.
What time?
The show is at 9:00. 9:00 on Thursday, 9:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So there's another LOL number. What's up, Eva? Hey. What's going on? I know she had a bunch of snow. I don't know if all that snow's melted yet in Chicago, right? I think you said Chicagoland.
Windy City.
Yeah, man. I'm glad it's melted here. Hope we don't get any more. I don't like this snow at all.
You know, I think I heard something about Saturday in my ear, but I'm not 100% sure about that. I really hope we don't. Okay? It's like you get done in 2021, and then you get 3 snow days in 30 days. So I was like, got things to do.
Yeah, too much to do. I'll tell you what. Yeah, Grace is on it. Grace is like, don't do anything until you get a soil test. She knows how much we talk about those soil tests, man. That's like
right.
that's your roadmap right there. Get that done. Get that done and out of the way. Um, all right, let's see what she's saying. Been doing lawns since I was 17. Started out on my own outside my dad in 2018. It's been a roller coaster. I'm in a season of sitting down and learning more from people like y'all. Nice. Well, we appreciate you. Come on in. You never know. There may be things that you know that we don't. You never know. So always share your experiences. We talk them out and we, help each other out. That's what it's all about.
What was it? So Begonia is 444. So is your plan to use hybrids for the year?
That's Eva. And Eva, I think you said that you had some other fertilizers, right? That you had some stock that you wanted to, get rid of. So we can wait and see what she says about that.
I tell you what, if you're looking for a good deal, let me look it up now. The last time I checked, and I just ordered some, AM Leonard had the hybrids for the spring, which is a 2277, and their summer fertilizer for $30. I think one was 30 and one was 32. Killer deal. Killer deal. If you can go get it now before the price change, I'm telling you, because it's normally like 50 something bucks for a bag. So
But we gotta plug in there that 50 something for a bag is not a bad deal when this fertilizer lasts you 3 months. It will feed your lawn for 3 months.
It's not a bad deal, but it's a better deal.
Yeah, it is a save you some money for sure.
2 bags.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. Let's see. All right, this chat talking to each other. We're listening in on your little chat here you have going with Danny. Check out the Bad Boy site. Same ability to dress your machine your way, but like Spartan, you choose a model motor. You can add. Okay, they're still talking about the Spartan. Yeah, that is customizable to a point. So that's cool.
I just think it's pretty cool. You can actually do it. The only custom thing I've seen was I think when Pete painted his mower. I think he had it painted black. I think he had his right mower painted black.
Oh yeah.
But anything else aside from maybe getting some twills, but that's aftermarket stuff. I wouldn't really call that custom. That's just something you can do yourself. I think that's pretty cool. I wonder if that'll become a thing in the next few years. Build it the way you want it.
I know that. So BYD did an unboxing of a Toro that he got, and what stands out and what I remember the most about it is that he was talking about the wheels and how I think he said they were black, but for some reason in my mind, I think they were like a darker gray color, but at least they weren't white. You know how the inside of the wheels are white?
Yeah.
So it kind of made the mower look better because it was a darker color instead of that white inside of the wheel. So that was pretty cool. I'm not going to paint mine. I'm just going to use the way
it's a regular color.
Yeah. I actually have to get in a habit of cleaning mine more often now. Like, because I would go probably like 2-3 months before I clean it. But, you got to get that junk out of the bottom, and just keep it going. So Eva responded. She's saying she still has to order her stuff. Okay. So hopefully it'll be in stock. Says SLS. Oh, the SLS. So you are going to go with the SLS and the hybrids. Nice.
You won't be disappointed.
You will not. Trust me.
See, that hybrid is amazing.
So I really like this. Todd, I hope you make it into every single one of these lives because I love your attitude. You are 100% right. We are in this together to help each other. And, this is the one thing I say it almost in all of my lives that I really love about the lawn community, because we do support each other. I mean, I'm chatting with people all day in Instagram. They're answering my questions. I'm answering their questions. I mean, we're just helping each other out. And it's such a good feeling, especially in today's world with the pandemic and the things that are happening and all the negativity. So let's keep the positivity going. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Please be there at 9. Please be there. 9 o'clock, Thursday.
It's going to be fun.
The Grass Factor. I'll be posting a link on Instagram directly to the show as soon as I get the information. You won't get kicked off, man. You'll be there. Oh no. Take that mess away. Thank you for everyone who's hitting that like button. I appreciate you. It really helps me out. And the people who are hitting dislike. If there's something within the show that you would like to see changed, please just let me know. I'm always open for feedback. So, all right. So, hey, Joy, what's up?
Yay.
I'm glad you made it in. What's up?
Glad to see you.
What's going on with you? What's going on in I can't pronounce where you live. I don't know. I'm not gonna chop it up, but yeah. Are you gearing up for your season?
Probably putting out the pine needles. I think she just winterized her equipment. She'll be up and running soon again.
Right. So Eva says, I had to have my house grease trap cleaned out and hydrojet cleaned out. 2 big trucks on the back lawn last week. Oh, ruts. Oh no.
That's tough. Dang, that's tough.
That hurts. That hurts. I don't even look. I'm like, I don't even know what to say.
Either you can embrace the beauty marks until the fall, or try to get some dirt and fill it in and stuff like that. Because your yard was looking, I think, from the picture, it was looking pretty. The backyard was looking pretty good. Man.
Yeah.
I cry.
I'm crying for you, Eva. I really am.
Dan said it feels like snow here in Miami.
Whatever, bro. Whatever. Look, I heard it was. Did it get into the 30s though? I heard it did get pretty cold in Florida. I feel like I was scrolling and someone said it got into the 30s.
That's shocking. They don't know what to do with that. That's easy here. You can still wear shorts in 30-degree weather.
All right, so one of the things Eva is hitting on here, and that this I've run into a lot of people who don't want to fertilize every 30 to 45 days, but they want their grass to look good. Hybrids, right. That's another reason I think hybrids is great for the average homeowner, because it feeds your lawn for 3 months. So, and you feed it with the granular. And I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just telling you what I would do. Feed it with the granular and then supplement with SLS liquid products, throughout or as needed. So that is the plan. All right. So Dan is saying he hopes it goes well for you, Eva, next year. Yep. Oh, Eva, you're in there now. You're part of the DIY lawn community. You got your sticker swaps going. That's right. So we expect to see plenty of pictures throughout the season of what your grass is looking like as you progress. So
that's right. They will remember.
All right. So let's see what else we got in here.
Then the custom powder coat. Okay, Transylvania did a powder coat color.
Powder coat color. Okay, I missed that.
I expect to see. I can't wait.
So they're on Instagram. I post a picture of that now. I want to see that. You did that. If the equipment is available. Is this the one? Okay, that's it. Okay. It's torn down and did a custom powder coat. Nice.
And
Hey,
that's a
you
new
guys are
mall
doing it up.
too.
All right, there we go. Kennesaw. Is that right? I hope I said it right. Some wars and brainstorming marketing. Marketing. Yeah. How do you guys who have like these businesses, the lawn services, how do you approach the marketing aspect of it?
Decided for those upcoming seasons.
How do you approach it, India?
Personally, I use most of my stuff comes from word of mouth.
Word of mouth, okay. Which is good.
I don't do a lot of door hangers or anything like that, but word of mouth has kept me pretty busy, pretty steady. So it's word of mouth for me. Maybe a little Facebook stuff, but word of mouth is where the majority of my business has come from. And I'm a firm believer in it too.
Nice.
I've had some great customers, so they've taken care of me, and I take care of them.
Good. That's how it should be. That's how it should be. When last year I actually did 2.5 people. I did lawns, physically did them myself. And my goal was I wanted theirs to look better than mine. And I achieved that with 1 yard for sure. I achieved that, especially with my issue that I'm having up front. But I mean, it makes you feel good, right? Doing good work. Right. It makes you feel good. I'm assuming your name is Todd, so I'm going to go with Todd. Is exciting for the upcoming season. He's got, so what, you have a fertilizer company that's sending you some fertilizer. You didn't name the company, so I don't know if you want to tell us who that is. So yeah, we will be, I'm pretty sure I follow you on Instagram. I'd love to see those, the progression. Excuse me. I'm always interested in what other people are doing. Personally, my first and second year, I tried tons and tons and tons of products. This year, I don't want to do that. I'm going to stick with my plan. And if my plan works, I'm going to stick with it the next year and the next year after that. So I don't want to be jumping all around. I'm just not that person. I've never been the person to jump around in jobs. And so the same thing is going to be with the lawn. I've had my fun and tried out all these products and done all these things. But now it's time to kind of hone in that plan, So
I tell people, if what you're using, if it works, you don't have to just switch it up because something new has come out or, whatever. But if you haven't, found your niche or found something that you really like, there's nothing wrong with exploring.
Yep.
Can't go wrong with hybrid, so just saying.
That's saying. I think their thing is, and this is going to be a new hashtag I'm going to be putting out there. Have you bricksed your lawn? Now I got to go and figure out exactly what that means, but I think that's their slogan. Have you bricksed your lawn? So that'll be coming up here too soon. Joy is saying referrals and online majority come from Google and Yelp.
Okay.
I can see that. Hey, I hope that video that I chopped up for you, because I specifically put keywords, search words in there for, look, I've got it already. Kennesaw, Georgia.
Nailed it.
So hopefully, that'll bring you some business as well. That's the goal of that anyway. All right.
𝒂𝒃𝒃 says she dances when she's mowing.
That's right. There you go.
The mega knees.
Get it. I have been caught on video dancing while I was taking care of my lawn. I mean, it is so much fun to throw those headphones on and just get at it. Just get at it. It's like nothing like it.
Nothing wrong with that.
That's right.
I told you got some cow moves now. We know you got some.
Yeah. So, yep, Todd, less is more. Less can be more. And I will admit, my first year, I was just like putting down all kinds of stuff. Just because. And you quickly learn that you don't need to do that. So
Hey,
yeah, less is more. Get the soil right, should be the goal. Yep, absolutely. I agree with you. People look at that and listen to that. You know, everyone that I talk to and work with, I tell them about the soil test. You have to do that. So your soil will dictate what your top looks like. So you just got to keep that in mind. Yeah, we all want that nice, pretty green grass. That's what everybody's looking at. But if your soil isn't right, you ain't getting it. It ain't happening. Sorry. Whoa.
it's people sleep on how important that is.
So
But
let me tell
like I
y'all,
said,
India, you haven't seen that yet, but Todd's message just went over the whole screen. I have this new mouse, this Apple Magic Mouse. I can't even touch that thing without stuff happening. It's like I feel like I want to go switch my mouse right now. It just put his comment over the whole screen. Jeez. Okay.
new toys.
Look at that. Boom. Todd. Ooh, right in your face.
Yeah, it did.
Hey, jars in the
Jar.
house. So, usually I don't say much about it, and I'm not going to this time either. But thank you for coming. Thank you for joining us tonight and coming in here. Yeah. So what do you guys have going on, Jar? Are you prepping for the season? I knew you were doing some leaf cleanups for a while. I'm sure you're not doing that right now. So what's good with you? While we wait for that, India, let's talk a little controversy here. Should we do that?
Uh-oh.
Should we
Uh-oh.
do that?
We could try.
All right, guys. I want to know opinions, and we're going to start with you, India, on grass paint. I want to know, it's one of the hot topics in the community right now. Everyone has an opinion. I want to talk it out. I want to hear what everybody has to say about it.
My opinion on grass paint. I don't think it's a terrible thing. Personally, I think it's to each his own. I definitely could, from what I've seen thus far. I think it looks pretty realistic, and I could see the benefit when you have a Bermuda lawn, and if you don't want to look at brown 9 months out the year, then I could see, somebody painting that lawn. But as far as fescue goes, to each his own. I don't have any experience with it. I haven't seen it in person. I've seen it online, but I haven't looked at it, up close and personal, and kept the eye on it for 3 months to see how it's doing, or seen it after it's warmed up some to see the difference between how it may look in the winter versus how it looks when it's warming up. So I'm in the middle. I'm indifferent. I don't think that I would paint my lawn. I never have, and I'm okay with how my lawn looks in the wintertime. So I don't see myself using it for me, but I also don't have any customers where at this time anyway, where I would think it would be of service. So I'm indifferent.
Okay.
I hope I find somebody close by maybe that's using it just so I can
Well, Pete
see
used
it
it.
and watch it, but I don't.
Pete
I
used
don't.
it on Pete used it on the big front part of his yard.
The whole of his business.
Is it his business? Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, but I haven't been by there either. It looked good. From his videos, it looked good. But I'm curious to see what it will look like when it warms up in the spring.
Yeah.
It's a new thing, so I can see the benefit of it. If you want your yard to be greener, if it's going dormant, because I know, like, up north and stuff, I would imagine that their grass takes a harder hit because their winters are much harsher than it is down here. That's what I would think.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Well, so I did a video on it. I used it. because so this is my mentality, right? First of all, for my own knowledge, I wanted to know how it worked. I started seeing, let's see, Johnny from Blades of Grass was using it, Pete was using it, and I wanted to know from my own, firsthand experience what the stuff does and what it looked like. So I did use it on the front, and the first one that I used wasn't great, but for me, I told you I'm not fighting. I also need to know from my customers. If someone were to ask me, hey, what do you think about the grass paint? Then I have a firsthand experience that I can share with them, because I don't like to talk about any products that I've never used myself. But for me, fighting this POA, I'm done. The fight is over. The fight is done. And I may experiment and spray it and see what it looks like. Because the thing about _POA trivialis, it's a beautiful grass. The blades are great. It's nice, it's thick, it's strong. It's just that color. That color. Just it so we'll see. You and I have talked about it. I'm looking through the chat here. No one's saying anything about it. So I don't know if they just don't have an opinion on it, or it's just one of those taboo topics right now. But we've given our piece on it.
I do look forward to trying some
mulch dye.
Yeah, mulch dye, the pine needles, the red and black. I'm curious. Now that I can see. Definitely saving a lot of money, especially if you don't necessarily need to add more mulch. You just take some dye and spray it, and it looks good. I think I'm going to try it this year. I haven't ordered it yet, but I will. But I think I'm going to try it on my pine needles.
So my question to you about that would be, I mean, maybe you don't know about the mulch, because I think one of the reasons people change the mulch is to prevent mold and things like that on a yearly basis as well. So I mean, that's not a concern with pine needles though, right? The mold aspect of things.
No, I've had zero issues out of mine or anybody else's.
Okay.
No, but sometimes people have too much mulch, and I'm like, I don't, you need to remove some mulch, but I think I have a couple of yards I could kind of experiment with just to see, how that color is going to hold come spring, and how it will hold in the heat of summer.
Yeah.
If it's worth it, if it's not, it's worth the shot.
Gotcha.
Save them money, save me labor.
Yeah. Good. Well, I have Joy's comment up here. I am so happy for you. You told me about that you did get a customer from the show, being on the show. Nice. Yes, I love it. That's awesome.
Everybody wins.
That's right. Let's see. Jar responded to us to tell us what they've been up to. They're organizing things and getting ready for spring, and have been working on a couple landscape proposals. Nice. That is actually something that I'd like to pay more attention to this year, is getting my landscaping out front looking better to complement the grass a little bit more. I didn't do anything to it last year, besides I did use some mulch dye to freshen up I have rubber mulch, and it looked really nice. So that's the only thing I did to my landscaping last year though. But I want to pay more attention to it this year.
Do you have any specific plans? Like, do you plan on adding any flowers or removing some bushes, or?
I mean, just sprucing it up, Joy, sprucing it up a little bit. Because it doesn't look bad right now. I have mostly rocks out in the front, and it doesn't look bad. I just want it to look better. I think it needs, and we probably need some more color out there. So, I wanted to bring up this comment by Desmo Ryder. This is in response to what you said, India, about A.M. Leonard.
Yes. Let's see. $20. Yeah. Now, I think if you order it offline anywhere, the shipping sucks, honestly. But I guess depending on whether you're a business owner or a homeowner, whether you may find that worth it or not. let's see, $30 a bag. Oh, $30 per bag for shipping. I think the minimum for shipping, if they're going to ship out something, is going to be $200. I mean, sometimes you can find it in. Well, it's been my experience. I've seen it in a couple of smaller, like landscaping stores. No big box stores. I haven't seen it in any big box stores. But somebody also mentioned to me the other day about asking, like a nursery, like maybe one of your local nurseries or something like that. Like if you do find it, or if they are or do plan on ordering more, see if they add you to their order. I mean, they're already getting some, so.
Yeah, well, I did that when I first found hybrids. There were two local places to me that carried it, but they didn't. So you had to put in an order. But unfortunately, what I found is that it didn't save me much money, that much more than ordering it online. So I would just order it online.
Yeah. So, who was it? I think sometimes, and if you don't know, if you haven't seen it, if you haven't seen it in these stores, I think you can call. I can't remember. I think it's hybrids. You can call. I think they have something online, and you can call and ask them, where about in your area or near you are some of the stores that carry it, and they'll tell you. They'll tell you which stores near you carry it. Then you can just call them and see.
Yeah, because if you can't find it local, why not? Why not get it? Unfortunately, unless hybrids, and they may have changed it this year, where they just have a few, more relationships where they actually ship more of the product. Because what you'll find is that, even if you find someone local, they may only have like 5 bags or something like that, something like that. So, Grace, yes, absolutely, yes, painting in the POA. Yep, that's what I'm talking about. Don't judge me, Grace. Please don't judge me. I just want to see, like, there's no harm in it. There's no harm in seeing what it looks like, because, like I said, it's a really nice grass. It's just an ugly color, so it is what it is.
When you painted yours, did you find it to be consistent?
So
did it end well?
I didn't do a great job that first time. I didn't use the right spray tip. You want something that's going to spray out nice and even, and I didn't do that. So I have, what was it? Endurant Paint actually sent me some sample paint, and I couldn't wait. I went outside and I sprayed the POA, and I'm going to tell you what, guys, it looks pretty damn good. It looks like my green grass looks when it comes in the spring. I just sprayed a couple spots and looked at it. And right now, it looks crazy because the rest of the grass is dormant and just those spots are painted. But the color, it's looking good.
Looking good.
Let's see. Eva says she's not interested in the
Northeast.
Eva says she's not interested in the paint because we get snow. Grass gets covered and you can't see it anyway. Oh yeah, painting it for like off season. Nah. But see, the thing is, when that POA, when the spring hits or whatever, my grass has always been a nice dark green color. I've never had much of an issue with the color of my grass until August actually, when the calcium and magnesium issue came in, because that gives me like a yellow tint. But prior to that, my grass was always nice and dark and green. And when that POA comes in that color, it just messes the whole canopy up. Like, it's just done. And I just can't with that.
Stand the fight. Stand the fight, because definitely for the spraying mulch and pond straw this year.
So you and Joy going to be doing some of the same things, spraying that pine straw.
Yeah. Now, pine needles are easy to install. They're super easy, but when you have to carry each bale of pine needles to wherever it needs to go. That's probably the most strenuous part of it. So if you can save yourself a lot of time and labor by spraying what's already there, if you don't need any, especially if you don't need any, but they look a little dull and you can just save a lot of money by spraying it, man.
Yeah. I mean, if it
Game
looks
changer.
good, right?
Hey, if they like it, I love it.
Mm-hmm.
But we're gonna
Let's
find
see.
out because I haven't used it. So
Hmm.
high
Sweet,
end the
sweet
state.
peat
Sweet pea.
is the malt
Is
for
the
high end
B
estates in the. I've never heard of that.
B mulch. Me either. Let me write that down.
Peace.
Sweet pea. I never heard of it.
Grace. Yeah, Grace said I got the solution for Poa. Yeah, right. We'll see. We'll see how that turns out, Grace. Oh, that's funny. Um, so the other thing, we've talked about the paint a little bit. I also wanted to talk a little bit about the liquid ice melt. Now, you guys have probably seen the video that I did. It didn't work out too well for me. I did reach out to the company, Covington, and I explained to them. I was like, this is the situation. I'm going to share that with my audience that it didn't work out for me. They suspect or they think that since it came from Amazon, there may have been an issue with the date of the one that I received. So they're sending me another one to try. Hopefully, I don't get an opportunity to, not because I don't want to try the product again, but because I don't want it to snow. I don't want any ice. I don't want any of that. So, I'm sorry, Covington, but I'd rather that not happen. But they were open to my feedback and everything. And again, I'm always going to give you all the honest feedback on the products and things. But even so, I think with the price point of that ice melt, I'm not sure if that's doable for residential. That's 1 gallon. I even to cover my little walkway and my porch, I think I probably needed 2 gallons for it to be effective. So that's $100 for just the walkway. Ah, so
So what? So when you said something was wrong today, did you mean like it was like expired maybe?
they're just thinking that it was an older one, so that they're going to send me one fresh from from their warehouse directly. And it was actually supposed to get it yesterday, and it didn't show up. So, but we had weather Thursday or Friday, but it's already gone. So, all right, Erica Roberts, thank you for stopping by. Um, hey,
So,
get some rest. I understand. Thank you. We appreciate you coming into the chat. Hopefully, you hit that like button on your way in or out. Just hit that like button for us. I appreciate it.
tune in next week and the week after that. Well, March 8th. And was it the 26th? I think is the next.
Yes. India, you be careful with those pine needles. Johnny from Blades of Grass found a snake and what? Oh my gosh. Yes. Yes. Oh, I didn't know it was Johnny, but somebody else had mentioned snakes and pine needles. I was like, yeah, that's not for me. That's why I have rocks. I have rocks. No,
Now,
thank you.
fortunately, I haven't found any. Now I found like CDs, stuff like that. But snake, I'm a little quick on my feet, so
You
I'm just
click
gonna
on
hope
your
I
feel
don't
that
find
snake.
it.
I am deathly afraid to come across a snake. I tell you, I put out that what is that snake away stuff around my fence and stuff because I can't.
Snakes aren't tough. Little baby, them little, 5, 6 inch snakes, I can dig it. But the big long ones, yeah.
So Grace, for the ice melt, I think what happens is, and I've seen other companies mention this too. It's Amazon. It's a big company, and there's not a lot of control that the smaller businesses have, and so they have to trust that Amazon is sending out the proper stuff, like and not sending out expired things. I'm not blaming one person or next or another situation or company, but I mean that's something that you would have to consider. I don't think it's okay in any respect to send out expired product, but you just never know. You just don't know what happened. It could be just a simple innocent mix up. You just don't know. So. Um, All right, so India, you good? Or I got a couple more things to talk about, but if you need to go, we can go ahead and
I'm
wrap it
out.
up.
Listen,
All right.
I'm a late nighter, so we can keep going.
Well, I wanted to like bring up, I just want to talk about some of the videos. I think I've already talked about, the grass paint. I've talked about the ice melt. And the other video that I did I want to talk about is the Toro Edger. The
The
Toro
new toy.
Edger. It is when I went out there to the garage that day, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna put this sucker together. I'm not gonna try to like edge up anything, but I couldn't help myself. I couldn't help myself, and plus, one of the cars were going out of the garage. It was a perfect opportunity to just do that little line. And since I've been doing this and being in taking care of my lawn, I've always used a string trimmer for edging. I did have one edger a while back, but what happened? It was a corded one, which I hated, and I ended up sending it back. But this Toro edger, that little bit of time that I got to like was nice. The difference is there's much. It seems to be much more cleanup, and I think someone mentioned or suggested that I use the edger to kind of like trench it, and then after that, just kind of use the string trimmer to kind of keep it clean and everything. So that is the plan.
Some people, I think they both work well. Um, I like edges though, especially when it comes to cleaning up an edge, and maintaining it, especially on like higher yards.
Hmm.
It's a little. It could be a little messier.
It is, but I mean, it's almost like a one-time cleanup because if you get a nice trench, then I mean, it is what it is. You take the blower and get the mess up after the fact. The lawn lover, thank you for coming by. I appreciate you. Hit that like button if you like the stream. If not, let me know what you don't like. You're right. The Toro
Hey,
Edger is pretty awesome.
speaking of edges, for those who use an edger, common question: straight or curved?
I don't.
You
That's
know
not
what
a
I'm talking
common
about?
question for me. What are you talking about?
Really?
What are you talking
A
about?
straight edger or a curved edger? You've never. So I think your Toro is a straight edge, right? A straight shaft.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So a curved shaft, it curves out a little bit. Like if if you YouTube straight edger versus curved edger, it's like a bit. I won't say a huge thing, but some people say the curved edge is better than the straight.
Hmm.
I only have experience with the curved, so I was curious what the viewers thought of, or if they've used both, if they have used both, or if they have one or the other, what they prefer, or what they like, or what they think. I think Johnny did. I think Johnny did a video on it, or more so, I wouldn't say on or did a comparison, but he's a huge fan of the curved edge.
Okay. Well, uh, Abigail, guys, don't hate me. Put your names in there. I forgot their names. Abigail, I know is one. Um, they're saying that they have a straight and a curve. So, which do you all prefer? That I think that's India's question. Which do you prefer? Joy is saying that she has the curved. I need to look this up. Let me India take over for a minute. Let me see what this is.
Yeah, it's a big debate. I have a let's see the Joy said her blade is curved and her string trim is straight. Same thing for me. I've tried one of my neighbor's uh curved weed eaters or string trimmers. That's a no go for me. Yes,
Oh, I see that.
Grace.
So
You see the difference?
I can see where that would probably be easier to handle the curved one, like to control, like looking at it. Yeah. So what
The
are
funny thing is, one is more expensive than the other. Like if you have a at least I know, but still, if you have a combi system, the curved edger is more expensive than the straight edger, and I don't know why. I have no idea why.
It seems like you would have more control with the curved one. Looking at the picture that I'm looking at, maybe that's why. Just a little bit more control.
You got some homework so you can see what people have to say.
Yeah, well, Grace is wondering if you keep your guard on your edger.
Yes, I keep my guard on everything.
Yeah, I do too.
Because I know that thing comes in handy when stuff start flicking and rocks start flying.
All right. The lawn lover says, I like straight trimmers and edges personally. I like the straight trimmers and edges personally. Okay. Straight. Okay. I mean, that's what I have. The Toro is straight, so. I mean, you know, because now that I think about it, though, because when I was edging, I remember kind of bending over a little bit, and that could just be because I need to adjust the handle, the hook on there, whatever. Mm-hmm. But I can't imagine that I would have done that with that curved edge, because it's already like because I almost felt like I wanted to bend my edger a little, you know, like bend it. Oh, okay. All right, Joy. Love and need the blade and string. Yeah. Preference depends on the yard I'm working on, which makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Again, I mean, it just makes so much sense to me to just because I used to try to use my string trimmer to get a nice what do you call it? I've been saying it all night.
Edge.
Well, not the edge, the trench. Yeah, to try to get, but you can't trench it with a string trimmer. So that's when the edger comes in handy, and that's what I think I'm gonna do this year. Make sure I have a trench there, because then with my sidewalk anyway, it builds up. Water builds up in certain areas, but I think if I had that trench there beside the sidewalk, it would take away that issue.
How big of a trench you trying to have?
I mean, it's not very wide at all. Just, I mean, if I had to tell you, like maybe a half an inch from the sidewalk, maybe.
Yeah, I think I don't like like if you look at some people's yard, they have like sometimes that gap is like this, or it might be like this. I like it just about the width of the edge. When it keeps the weeds down.
Mm-hmm.
But in my opinion, it looks cleaner because then you have like that when you have a big separation gap. My personal preference, it doesn't look as good as it does when it's filled in to the edge of the sidewalk and you have grass right up to that point with a little space.
Yeah.
And then, you know, if you put down fertilizer or something, you can just, you know, the granulars will just fall in that crack.
Yes.
That's it.
Yeah. That's an advantage of having that little space there. Jar says they like the straight shaft better, but the one they have is a bit tall for them, so it feels awkward. You know, that's a real good thing to bring up to some of these companies. Like, you know, you got to make some equipment for shorter people too. I had the Ego string trimmer. I had a Greenworks and a Works Revolution. Now, that Ego had some power to it, for sure. My Greenworks is good, too. I kept that one. But I gave the Ego to my dad because it wasn't for a short person. There was no point in me using it. Every time I used it, I was frustrated. So it went bye-bye.
You don't have to look that up. I'm curious the comparison between, because I never really thought about it. Because I'm not sure. So the equipment length isn't a problem for me. So I'm curious between different brands and models what the length difference is from maybe like a steel combi system to a dedicated steel edger to an Echo to, you know, just to see which. I'm curious. I'm gonna have to check that out.
Yeah. Yep. All right, so Yeah, just rise right next to the concrete. That's what you want. You're gonna get a few sparks, but that's okay. It'll be all good.
It's a lot less human error too,
Mm-hmm. All right,
especially
so
if you're
I've,
not
I've
doing
talked
recruiting.
about my videos. Now I want to talk about India. I want to put you on the spot here and ask you what do you have coming up as far as videos and content for us? I know you've been working on something here and there. So what do we have to look forward to?
My goal is to make. So my favorite sport is basketball. I'm a huge sports fan. Basketball is my favorite. Football is my second favorite. But since basketball is my thing, I'm working on trying to make a basketball themed, not so much of a series, but more so like the season is the game. You know, the
Mm-hmm.
first quarter is the spring, second quarter is the summer,
Mm-hmm.
third, you know. So
Yeah, that's a cool
hopefully,
idea.
hopefully I can get, so it's like an update.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a not a series, but not a series, but a series. So
Nice.
we'll see.
Yeah,
We'll
well, we look
see.
forward to it. We look forward to it.
I don't know if I don't know about the YouTube thing, but I do plan on putting a lot more um, content on Instagram and pictures and reels and stuff like that. Y'all let me know what you think. Go
Yeah,
follow my page and we'll you
absolutely.
know
And her
I'm
page
new
is
to this, so don't judge me.
yeah, her page is right there. MVP Lawn Care LLC. Go ahead and give her a follow. Check her out. Buy me a coffee. But yeah. I think so. Let's see. We've been on here for a minute. I want to go ahead and I don't see any additional questions in the chat. I just want to wrap this up just to let you guys know. You guys please come back and stick around for March. I got some good things happening. In order for those things to,
No, we
in
have
order,
great things
great things
happening.
happening.
Great.
But in order for you to take advantage of those, this is for the people who have been loyal and supporting me from the jump and who are subscribers. So yeah, come back in March and hang out with us. We got some things. We got some things happening. I want to
You
go
won't
ahead
be
and give a shout
disappointed.
out. Simple Lawn Solutions, Higher Bricks. That's who I'm rocking with this year. So yeah, um, yeah, love it. Basketball. There you go. Joy's
Yeah,
behind your
Joy.
idea. There we go. All right, Indy, you got anything else for the audience before we get out of here?
No. Other than what you just said is coming back in March. I really hope you all come back in March. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. You won't be disappointed. Got a lot of things going on, and I look forward to it. It's gonna be great. It's
It's
gonna be
gonna be
great.
fun. It's gonna be fun. It's spring. Spring is around the corner.
Hey, and if you haven't got your stuff for the year, go ahead and start getting your stuff together. I know, different parts are starting at different times. Down here in North Carolina, we're starting about 3 to 4 weeks. I'm ready. I'm ready for the season. I'm ready for the season. I look forward to what a lot of you have to post. I hope we stay in touch, continue to support each other. It's going to be a great year, great season. It's going to be a great season.
Absolutely. All right, people. Well, thanks for hanging out with us tonight, and we'll see you again soon. Again, the next LOL show will be February 6th. I think we're scheduled for 7 o'clock, but of course, I'll send out some reminders and things. So keep an eye out, and see you later. Gonna leave you
And don't forget about that Thursday. I mean, that grass
Thirsty
fishing
Thursday.
show.
Yep, Grass
Yeah,
Fapper.
yeah.
All right, guys. Take it easy. Good night.
Peace.